let's do this.
We got something to talk about.
Yes.
First up, shaving company Gillette, whose slogan is "the best a man can get," has people divided over their new ad that targets toxic masculinity in the wake of the Me Too movement. Gillette's brand director said that the ad is a realistic look at what's happening today and aims to inspire change by acknowledging that the old saying, "boys will be boys," is not an excuse. Take a look at some of the ad.
It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off.
Who's the daddy? What I actually think she's trying to say.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
But something finally changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
But she says
And there will be no going back. Because we believe in the best in men.
Now, while many praise the message Gillette was trying to convey, there's also been an intense backlash. Critics believe that the ad demonizes men and perpetuates a negative stereotype about them. In fact, many men are threatening to never buy Gillette products again. So, ladies, would you say this ad sends a powerful message or a wrong one?
I watched this and I was so moved by it. I thought, wow, you know, just to see men joining together in unity to be great men. That's what I saw when I saw it. I didn't see anything negative. I thought, like, well, if you're on the right side, you're like, yes, this is great. I think if you're not, then you might see it as like, well, we didn't do nothing wrong to begin with. But there has been some difficulty. I think that's like, even if you watched a thing about women, like I tried to think about on the other side. If I watched a commercial that was like women being catty towards one another, snickering and talking down hallways and being like, she whack, she thinks she all that, and blah, 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 right? I would like to say that I'm a part of, you know, those girls that we like to empower women up here. We are always like, yes, women. I would watch a commercial like that and be like, that is true. Some people can act like that, and we shouldn't act that way. And I think if you watch it, it almost should make you feel like, dang, if I ever did any of those things, I don't want to be that kind of man. Yeah. But I applaud the men that are doing the good. Like the guy, like the father that steps in and sees those two boys fighting each other and goes, that's not what we do to each other. Yeah. I don't, can somebody tell me what was wrong with it?
In a world of consumerism, I also think, I appreciate today when brands take a huge risk of billions of dollars to take a stance in the conversation we all should be having right now, right? Let's start there. I talk a lot about here being socially responsible, right? Today we buy things. Are you checking out if these places are ethically reliable? Where are they you know, coming from the right places? When you're paying $2 for a shirt, who's involved in making it? And are they getting paid to feed their kids or whatever it might be? But that said, when a brand does this, I start to listen. I'm like, all right, how are you going to give me this message? When I look at this, I personally love it because obviously, as a woman, not a man or a person who buys Gillette, although I bought Gillette, but I know this is geared towards men. As a woman, I have seen and have been a part of all of those things that have happened to me, my mom, my aunt, my sisters. There's that, okay? Then the second part is I'm like, okay, let's think about the people that are offended by this. The people that are offended by this by saying not all men are like this, boo, that's not the message. We're not talking about who's guilty. We're talking about it's still happening. 2019, it's still happening. So there's that. And then the second part is, okay, if you're gonna sit there and be like, well, I ain't that, here's the thing. Adrian, you hit it on the head. When you look at that commercial, there are two parties involved in those scenes. So if you're not the dude that does those things, well, then be the dude to start to stand up for it.
Exactly.
Be the dude to stop it.
Exactly.
Pick a side.
Exactly. And you should feel good if you are the good guy. You should be like, yes.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, I was looking at you like I was seeing you had something to say.
I think it's a great message, but are they exploiting the problem? There was an article in Vox.com that said why Gillette toxic masculinity ad is annoying to sexists and feminists. And basically, I want to take a quote from the article. It says, this is a blatant attempt to make money off of a painful and ongoing collective action that has not even an indirect relationship to face raisers. This brings me back to a big game ad last year from Dodge Ram that used Martin Luther King's voice for the ad. And although we have messages, we have to be careful what is the true intent? Are they doing this to actually spread a message, or are they doing this to actually sell a product? That's my only concern. Because now everybody is talking about Gillette, everybody. So it's a brilliant campaign, but also you have to realize too, could have been a little more inspirational, could have been a little more positive. Like I said, I understand the message, and it's a message that, well, I just want us to be careful as a society that we don't have consumerism presenting out certain messages, because then we can go too far. We can start talking about, like, you know, even what happened with the NFL and Colin Kaepernick. People said, well, why can't we leave politics out of it? We have to draw a line somewhere, and we have to be careful. So we can celebrate this, but I just want us to be careful with, you know, always doing this for certain products. This is razors.
Yeah, I didn't even, can I be honest? I was inspired, but I didn't even think about the product.
So I just want to say.
That's what I'm saying.
I just thought it was a dope
and
then why?
message.
But that's why I started out what I said. In the world of consumerism, we are constantly consuming. There's not one day you wake up without touching a product that you bought off the shelf or heard about or drove by an ad. That said, I disagree in that. I think if you have trillions, billions of dollars to spend on advertising, after this airs, you're going to see a few commercials. You could be that brand that's like, buy this product, it's amazing, it'll make your life so happy, you'll feel skinnier, you'll make more friends. Or you can be the one to be like, this is some up issues, and we take a stand on this, and yo, we're using the dollars from this money that you put in our pockets. So we're okay to give back to you, to send a message to say, we stand for this. If you stand with us, we're about this.
And that's fine, but then I want us to be careful.
You know,
because what if it's something that you don't agree with?
You're right,
and then they have millions of dollars to push that
It
out,
has to be the right message, right?
Yeah.
Don't use us as marketing ploy. Yes.
I actually agree with both of you guys.
Okay.
In the sense that, well, when you're making a commercial, that is their job. Their job is to convey, you know, a certain type of message. And I'd rather the message be positive, you know, than not. Yeah. But I also agree with Lonnie in the sense that the true responsibility for raising men that actually respect women is in the people that you're around. It's the parents, it's the mentors, it's the, you know, influencers in your life. You have to lead by example, you know, and I have a son, and I don't take that lightly. We're starting now. He's 6 years old. I realize that my son is a sponge. He's looking at how his father is treating me. And not only that, we're looking at Aiden, how he treats his sister. He loves his sister. Sometimes he loves the sister so much he annoys her. He wants to hug her, he wants to kiss her, and I taught her how to stand up for herself and say, Aiden, I need space. And it is the cutest thing to hear her say that. It really is. And he gets frustrated at times, but it's teaching him how to, you know, respect her voice, even though he wants to give, you know, her a hug. And if I teach him that now, he's going to reciprocate that when he gets older, when he has a girlfriend, and when he's in the workforce. So I think it's both. Yeah, it's a teachable moment.
Amazing. All right, well, one man who everyone loves is Guardians of the Galaxy hunk.
I love this
Pratt.
man.
He's so funny on Twitter, by the way. And it's been a good week for Chris because he just announced his engagement to his boo, Katherine Schwarzenegger. Good friend of mine.
So cute.
And one of the first people to wish the happy couple congratulations was Chris's ex-wife, Anna Faris. But she offered up more than congratulations. Anna revealed on her podcast, Unqualified, that after Chris texted her the news he got engaged, she texted him back, I just want to remind you, I'm an ordained minister. I'm not very good at it. And while we haven't heard if Chris will take Anna up on the offer, do you ladies think a woman marrying her ex-husband to another woman is cute or a catastrophe?
Yeah, catastrophe. I think Anna reaching out to him and saying congratulations, freaking awesome.
Yeah,
that's how it should be done. They share a child. It's like, you know, you move on and you're just happy that other people are happy. Amazing. But there is a way to love and congratulate and be happy for people from a distance. And I think at some point you should give that new couple some space. I think, you know, even if he might be comfortable with it as the new wife, you may be like, this is getting weird. So I think that might be uncomfortable. Lonnie, would you do it?
Well, I think in their case, because they are celebrities, and I think everybody was kind of concerned about her, I think she did it just to let people know I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, and I think I appreciated that because everybody was like, oh, everybody puts a number on, like, they had just got officially divorced 2 months ago, and now he's getting married. Everybody puts numbers. You can't put a number on love. I will say that. I mean, and that even means you can't put a number on when you fall out of love with somebody.
Exactly.
So I kind of admire her for taking a high road. I think she was joking about
Me
the
too.
officiation.
Yeah,
She was joking,
obviously.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it was I think she really did it for fans and just to calm everybody down. Sometimes you got to calm people because y'all out there can be a peel, okay?
They just make up
They
scenarios.
ready to be so
in
mad
their
for
head.
you. They mad for you. I always think that's
Right.
funny. If Anna ain't mad, why you mad?
Exactly.
So I think she may have done that also. Again, they have a child.
Yeah.
So just letting them know, guys, it's all good. And I applaud her for that.
It's just, I did a movie with Anna, and you're right, Lonnie. She's actually very funny. She's cheeky. She has her own, podcast. When you listen to it, you can see kind of like where she's coming from. But it shows that she's really mature. And to me, it seems like she knows that they are a better fit. I mean, the rumor on the streets is that, Chris Pratt is, a Christian.
Very religious.
Yeah, very religious. And Anna, probably didn't share that. And she's like, good for you, boo. I'm happy for you. And this is my way of saying it in a joking, manner.
Yeah, for sure. But wait, would you actually ordain?
Okay, I want to say this. I personally
officiate.
dream of relationships where if it doesn't work out, that you guys are so respectful to the moment when it did that you actually are cool enough to wish the best for each other.
Yes.
Genuine, wholehearted. Now I say,
That's what it's all about.
now check this out though. I said that I wish for that because I have not yet met that other party that is cool to that extent. Where, and that's okay. Like if there's still attached feelings. I've had the ex where there's still feelings, so they can't talk to me at all. And I respect that 100%. And then I have people who say that they wish you the best and then they turn the cheek and all of a sudden something happens, right?
You don't really mean
But in all honesty, I say this because you guys are gonna watch me as I continue dating on, finding love, that I really do, especially in my 40s now, I really want to paint that picture ahead of time that when we date, remember that we had something. Yes. Remember that we held each other. We looked into each other's eyes and maybe we're intimate with each other. The word intimate, not just doing it, but intimate. And so with that, remember when we part, that as a good person, especially in our later years, let's really wish the best for each other and that person that you want.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah.
You should hang out with my parents.
Oh, yeah.
My parents are that way. Like, my parents were married for 21 years. They then got divorced. They've now been both married to other people for almost 20 years, or now 20 plus years. And my dad, till this day, does Christmas with my mom, all of us together, with my stepmom. I love her to death.
I love that.
Yeah, you're amazing.
I love that.
And we all love each other. And I think there's something to be said about why people should build friendships before they decide to be in love.
Yeah.
What is the foundation of your love? And did you ever really love that person if you don't want them to be happy?
Yes.
Whether it's with you or not with you.
Yeah.
And no matter what, when you were with that person, you knew them so well that you knew what type of life they should have or that they would want. And even today, like when I look at my ex, I'm like, I'm so happy that he's a father and that he's found love. Like those things are so amazing to me.
He found his match.
Yeah.
And it sucks to me that just the divorce is what made it tacky and sticky and ugly.
Yeah.
Something man-made, something that people get involved, money gets involved in, all that. So to me, like I have so much love in my heart for love in general that I can still say, like, I wish you the best. I want everything to be so bomb for you. I want you to live that life that I couldn't provide.
That's grown up. That's
Yeah,
called
that is amazing.
growing up.